What's going on, guys? So this is a video about my 10 favorite albums. Originally this video was gonna go on my side channel, Dave, but I really like how the video turned out. I had a really fun time filming something I'm very passionate about. Music is one of my favorite things in life, so that's why I'm putting it up on this channel. I know it's not gonna get a lot of views, and I could really care less about that. It was just fun to film something that I'm really into. I got this video idea for my buddy Jared Morgan over at Scorpion Slayer 66. He does a lot of music related videos on his channel. I highly suggest you check out his channel if you're into music. I've picked up a lot of awesome bands from this guy. I'll leave a link to his channel down below as well as a card up top, so make sure you check out Scorpion Slayer 66. And let's get this video started. Let's talk about music. I love music. Music is awesome. I put on music as soon as I get up in the morning and play it until I go to bed. Makes me happy, makes my soul happy. It's good stuff, man. You should try it out sometime. You'll probably like it. So I guess I'm gonna talk about my 10 favorite albums. I'm not gonna say my 10 favorite albums of all time because that's constantly changing. But let's go with 10 favorite albums at this moment. I'm pretty sure it's a day in April, so 10 favorite albums in April. Alright, here we go. Starting with number 10, I'm gonna go with Foster the People, Torches. This album came out, I think, in like 2011. Kind of surprised in putting Foster the People in my top 10, but man, they're a really fun band. They're just like really high energy. They get you pumped, and it's just a band that makes you feel good when you listen to them. And Torches is an incredible album. Like, it's basically like a greatest hits album, but it's not. They're all new songs. Like, starting off with Hell on a Beat is an awesome song. You got Pumped Up Kicks, Houdini, Call It What You Want. Like, the whole album is just full of gems. So definitely suggest you guys give Foster the People a listen. It's just a really fun band that'll get you going and make you feel good about life. And that's what music's all about, is just to feel good. And unless it's sad music and you're depressed and you want to feel worse. But this one's not the case. This is happy, good time music. Foster the People, Torches, number 10. Alright, coming in at number 9, got the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Putting the Chili Peppers in this top 10 list was really a no-brainer. I love this band since I was a kid, and if I'm gonna pick the Chili Peppers, it sure as hell has gotta be Blood Sugar Sex Magic. That album is an absolute masterpiece. It's songs like Breaking the Girl, Give It Away, Under the Bridge, Power of Equality. Like, every song on that album is just amazing, and the Chili Peppers in themselves are an incredible band. It's like, with a combination of Flea's funky bass lines and Anthony Kiedis' lyrical poetry just culminates into like something just absolutely awesome and beautiful, and like so much style too. I think that's what I like about the Chili Peppers so much, is they have this style that they really just stand on their own, and they separate themselves from all the other bands out there. I mean, like, you could hear a Chili Peppers song and within 3 seconds you know right away it's the Chili Peppers, and that's really what makes good music, is originality, and the Chili Peppers are absolutely full of it. So if you haven't checked it out before, check out Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Absolutely incredible album. Coming in at number 8, what do you get when you take 9 of the greatest rappers, put them together in one group, add some East Coast grittiness to it? WuTang Clan, Ain't Nothing to Fuck With, Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. What could I say about this album that hasn't been said before? Absolutely changed the hip-hop game, took what NWA to some degree, A Tribe Called Quest started, just added so much more rawness to it, just street life, thug life, just gritty lyrics, one rap battle thrown in after another, just music that just gets you, just gets you pumped, just makes you want to like get up and like break stuff or just go crazy. And like, that's what makes Wu-Tang so awesome. Every time I'm at the gym, I put Wu-Tang on, and like, it gets me going, it keeps me pumped. And best part about it is, with 9 of the greatest rappers, every single person brings their own style to Wu-Tang. They have their own way of dropping lyrics, their own way of making the music, and they all stand out on their own. I listen to music or rap music nowadays, I can't tell one rapper from the next. Wu-Tang, I know every single person when they come up and drop rhymes, because that's what Wu-Tang is, man. At 100% style, originality, just like the rawest, most gangster beats ever. Wu-Tang gets me pumped. If you're gonna listen to one Wu-Tang album, all you need is 36 Chambers, Protect Your Neck, Clan in the front, man. Cream. It could go on forever. Wu-Tang is just, listen to Wu-Tang, put on 36 Chambers, you'll know what I'm talking about. Number 7, this one's coming straight from the heart. The Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers. I've been in love with the Stones since I was a little kid. First tattoo I ever got was the Stones' Lips and Tongue. First concert I was ever at was the Stones' Bigger Bang tour. Keith Richards, man, just the absolute epitome of a cool rock god. Mick Jagger, one of the greatest voices in blues rock history. Charlie Watts on the drum, Ronnie Wood on the bass, man. The Rolling Stones, like, what could I say about them that hasn't been said a million times? There's a reason they're the greatest rock and roll band in the world. Because they put out some of the greatest music ever made. Sticky Fingers, I listen to this album all the time. Some of the best Stone songs ever. Can't You Hear Me Knocking? Bobby Keys on the sax, one of the greatest solos in rock history. Songs like Bitch, Sway, Brown Sugar. One of my personal favorites, Sister Morphine. If you've ever dealt with drug addiction or know anything about that lifestyle, Sister Morphine will bring you to your knees. Wild Horses, one of the greatest lyrical songs the Stones has ever written. I could talk about the Stones all day. If you're gonna go listen to a Stones album, there's plenty to choose from. I think Sticky Fingers is the best. I might be the only one thinking that, but man, Rolling Stones, I'm getting goosebumps talking about them. I love them that much. Coming in at number 6, this is a newer album, came out last year. Big Gigantic, Brighter Future. Absolutely amazing album. Big Gigantic is a combination of two guys. You got a drummer and a saxophonist. They put together really powerful, high-energy electronic dance beats. I know that's going to throw some people off, not really into that scene. I used to go to a lot of music festivals. Most of them had Big Gigantic at them. And when they go up on stage, they just get about 100,000 people just on their feet, just absolutely pumped to listen to their music. The energy they give off is just like so powerful. Like, this is music you want to play at full volume in your car. You want everyone else around you to know what you're listening to. It's just music that gets you on your feet, gets you going, just makes you feel so good. Brighter Future, I think, is one of their best albums. They have a ton of albums out. They've been around for a long time. But Brighter Future, they did a lot of work with some other artists. They did a song with Waka Waka Flames. The song Brighter Future they did with Nas is absolutely incredible. The Little Things they did with Angela, amazing song. I play that song every day. Like, Big Gigantic, if you want to listen to some music that's going to make you feel good, get you going, check out Big Gigantic, Brighter Future. Awesome album. Alright, coming in the top 5 spot, we got number 5. This is a newer artist, came out about 5 years ago. Another artist that's really popular in the music festival scene. Grizz, Good Will Prevail. Absolutely amazing album. Grizz describes himself as future funk, which I think is the best way to describe what he does. He's a saxophonist, makes really high energy dance beats that's coupled with a lot of elements of jazz, soul, dubstep, and a hell of a lot of funk and glitchiness to it. Takes a lot of sampling from others' works, adds this like really glitchy new age style coupled with like sick, raw, raunchy sax solos. Just another type of music that just like gets you up, gets you going, gets you pumped. I guess you guys are noticing a trend. Like, I like music that gets me on my feet, and this is definitely music that you want to put on your dancing shoes onto and just go buck, man. Like, Grizz, so good. Does a lot of work with other artists. In fact, he did a song with Big Gigantic called Good Times Roll. I actually used part of that song for the new D-Dave intro. It's got one of the like rawest, raunchiest sax solos I've ever heard. P.S. Go Fuck Yourself is a really good song he did with Cherub, as well as My Friends and I. Absolutely amazing song. Just music that just gets you up and happy and just gets your energy lifted. I know not everyone's into electronic music, but if you are, give Grizz a chance. It's an up-and-coming artist, not that big yet, but if you give him a listen, I guarantee it'll be in your top spot. Alright, before I get into the top 4, I just want to say that all 4 of these artists are artists I've grown up listening to. They all have a special place in my heart. And with that said, number 4 goes to Nirvana, MTV, Live and Unplugged. Picking between this album and Nevermind was not easy. Ultimately, I picked Live and Unplugged because You take Nirvana, take Kurt Cobain, take away his electric guitar, give him an acoustic, and you're left with a voice that just gives you absolute goosebumps. I mean, nobody can scream like Kurt Cobain can. Just the absolute god of grunge rock. No one will ever be able to do what Nirvana accomplished. And I was gonna make a rule that no compilation CDs, no greatest hits, but like, I'm making an exception with MTV Live and Unplugged because that album, that was like a movement in music history, man. Like, when I hear like Kurt Cobain's like raw, grungy voice, like, it not only gives me goosebumps, like it almost brings tears to my eyes, you know. It's just like a voice that's just so powerful and it just resonates inside you so hard. And like every song on that album is absolutely incredible, you know, like About a Girl, Polly, Lake of Fire, my personal favorite, The Man Who Sold the World. Like, man, like what can I say about Nirvana that hasn't been said a million times? Just, I love Nirvana, and I play MTV Live and Unplugged all the time. It's an album that I will continue to play until the day I die. If you haven't listened to it, you're obviously living under a rock, but please go check it out. Alright, so we made it to the top 3. The number 3 spot goes to Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf. This is another artist I had trouble picking between 2 albums. It was hard to choose between Rated R and Songs for the Deaf. There's some of my favorite songs by the artist are on Rated R. However, Songs for the Deaf was the first album I ever heard by them, so nostalgia kind of made my decision for me with this one. I first heard Queens of the Stone Age in CKY3 of all things. I was like 15 years old, and the song, You Think I Ain't Worth a Dollar, but I Feel Like a Millionaire was in there. Heard that song, fell in love, went out, bought the album, fell in love with the entire album. Queens of the Stone Age, man, the pioneers of stoner rock, stoner metal, whatever category you want to put them into. The combination of just like heavy guitar riffs and Josh Holmes' somber voice just culminates into something almost hypnotic. And I think that's a really good way to describe Queens of the Stone Age. Their songs like almost hypnotize you. It's really good music to just like chill out to when you don't want to do a whole lot. Maybe you just want to like smoke some herb and space out. Like this is the music to do that too. Songs for the Deaf, every single song on this album is amazing. Mosquito song, starting off with Millionaire, just starting off with a heavy bang, going into No One Knows, one of their greatest songs, Go With The Flow, also an amazing song. God Is On The Radio, like I said, man, like every song on this album is awesome. There's not a song on the album I do not like. If you've never listened to Queens of the Stone Age, give them a listen. If you like, you know, chill rock or chill metal, it's definitely the band for that. Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf, number 3 spot. Alright, choosing between the top 2 was very difficult. These are 2 artists that have always been my favorite artists for at least the past 15 years of my life. They will be my 2 favorite artists until the day I die. I wish I didn't have to choose 1 and 2. You know, like, to me, it's just 1 and then A. They both go back and forth on what's my favorite, and, like, I really can't choose one or the other. But, like, I had to pick one for this list for number 2. So number 2 goes to Sublime, self-titled. I'm sure you guys saw Sublime coming. I mean, like, if I was to describe myself as a band, I would pick Sublime. Like, if I was to bleed music, Sublime would be coming out of my veins. Just like, it describes me perfectly as a person. Just like, you know, positive vibes, just like upbeat reggae sounds, just like the stonerness of Sublime is just perfect. It's who I am. It's what I'm about. Bradley Noel, rest in peace, died at the age of 28 of a heroin overdose. Just, you know, a tragedy when he died. Like, Sublime was just starting to get popular when he died. They could have done so much more. But, you know, like, he left behind a legacy of some of the greatest fans in the world. Some of the greatest people I've ever met, I've met because of Sublime. And, like, it's just a band that's just, like, so personal to me. And, you know, picking self-titled, that was an absolute no-brainer. The whole album is basically a greatest hits, but they are all new songs when they came out. I mean, like, Garden Grove, What I Got, Wrong Way, Same in the End, April 29th, 1992, Santeria, Seed, Jailhouse, Pawn Shop, Paddle Out, One of my personal favorites, super underrated song, Ballad of Johnny Butt, Burritos, Under My Voodoo, Get Ready, Caress Me Down. Like, man, like, just one of the greatest albums of all time, an album I will listen to till the end of time. I can make an entire video about how much I love Sublime and, like, how much they mean to me. Like, I'm honestly getting choked up a little bit just talking about them because, like, they've made such a huge impact in my life that, like, I'm just forever in love. I mean, like, if you listen to Sublime, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but, like, they just, like, do something for me that really no other band can do. Sublime, self-titled, check it out, you will love it. Alright, we made it to number 1. Before I divulge who this artist is, I just want to say that this band has pretty much changed the way I look at life. Like, it's given me a new perspective on how I look at the world. Like, their lyrics are words that I live my life by. And with that said, the number 1 spot goes to Modest Mouse, The Lonesome Crowded West. And out of every single band that I put in this list, Modest Mouse was the hardest to choose between 2 albums. I went back and forth between The Lonesome Crowded West and The Moon in Antarctica 100 times. It changed every time I tried to do this artist. And I picked The Lonesome Crowded West just because the whole theme of being lonely, sad, and depressed in an overcrowded society is just brilliant. Like, every song in this album is so good. You know, like, the album just starts off with the biggest bang, Teeth Like God's Shoe Shine, like one of Modest Mouse, like, super heavy, funky songs. Heart Cooks Brain, Convenient Parking is amazing, Lounge is super funky and upbeat and fast, Jesus Christ Was an Only Child is a really fun, happy song, Doing the Cockroach makes you get up and want to dance, Cowboy Dan, a really just fun, awesome song, Trailer Trash, my personal favorite all-time Modest Mouse song, you know, like about a bad breakup, short love, and a long divorce. It's one of the lyrics in there, something that's pretty personal to me. Out of Gas, Long Distance Drunk is amazing. Shit Luck, Trucker's Atlas, just like super hypnotic guitar riffs. Polar Opposites, Bankrupt on Selling, like really sad song, and then the wraps it all up with Styrofoam Boots. It's all nice, man. Like, Lonesome Crowded West is an all-in-one package of just absolute amazing. Isaac Brock, lead singer Modest Mouse, is not only the greatest lyrical writer in the indie rock scene, he writes the greatest lyrics in music history. Like, his lyrics are so cryptic and introspective, just like philosophical, like questions about life that are just like spawning into riddles that just like make you like think like, wow, like this man is a word wizard. Like, no one writes lyrics like he does. It's absolutely amazing. Like, you know, like his lyrics just have like really changed my life. It's really music that I live my life by. Like, Modest Mouse has impacted me so heavily. Like, if poetry was ever to be music, the definition of that would be Modest Mouse, even more so than The Doors. And like with lyrics and a combination of like some of the greatest like guitar work that you just want to just like chill out to, and like their style just is all over the place. Like, every Modest Mouse song sounds so different, but like, you know it's Modest Mouse as soon as you hear it. Like, that's the best part. And like, man, like like I said, it's just like music that I live my life by. And like, I do want to say that Modest Mouse has been around since the early 90s, and it wasn't until the mid 2000s that they gained success. And there's a clear distinction between Modest Mouse pre-2004 and after 2004. Before 2004, Modest Mouse was a lot rawer. Their lyrics were a lot more introspective. And like 2004, that's when Good News for People Who Love Bad News came out. You know, the song Flow Down, I'm sure you guys have all heard that. That was their style kind of changed a bit to like get a more radio time, and it worked. You know, the band became hugely successful because of that. And like, I'm not calling them sellouts or anything, but like Modest Mouse pre-2004, The Moon in Antarctica, Lonesome Crowded West, Building Nothing Out of Something, Long Drive for Someone with Nothing to Think About. 4 of my favorite albums of all time, some of the greatest lyrics ever written. I've already been talking about this band for about 5 minutes. I I can make multiple videos about how much this band means to me. But like Modest Mouse Man, The Lonesome Crowded West, if you're looking to hear something different, check them out. Listen to the lyrics, you'll fall in love. Alright, so that was my top 10 favorite albums. This video ended up being a bit longer than I thought it would be. I had a lot of fun making this video. This is like really cool to make something that I'm really passionate about. This was just a cool experience. I'm glad I did this. I'm going to tag some of my friends, see if maybe they'll make videos. I want to tag my good friend Jared Morgan over at Scorpion Slayer 66. He's kind of the vinyl guy. You guys should go check him out. He knows a shitload about music. Really cool guy. So Jared, if you want to make a response to this video, that'd be really cool. Also going to tag one of my best friends, Jeremy Stubbs over at Jerps93. I'm sure you guys know who Jeremy is. Jeremy, I know, listens to a lot of music too. So Jeremy, if you want to make one of these, that'd be cool too. And I guess I'll tag you, whoever's watching this. If you want to make a response to this video, that'd be cool too. I like seeing different types of music that people listen to. Like, that gives me a chance and an opportunity to check out new music as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Let me know what you thought. I'd like to do more videos around this caliber, maybe some more stuff with music. I got some other ideas and stuff. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic time. Peace out.